Hello everyone, it's your girl Ujo of Melanin Moonseed, and I am here for your monthly energy reading for February. I am back. I took a much needed hiatus. This month, this season has really is about stillness. It's about taking time to slow down. And sometimes it might feel like slowing down means not being productive, but that's really not the case. You can take your time and still be productive. So that was very much what was going on for me, and I hope the same for you. Some messages have already been coming in as far as the energy for February. I am hearing the words patience. I'm hearing authority and precision. So we have patience, authority, and precision. What do those things mean when it comes to the energy for the month of February? Patience for sure is kind of what I was talking about in regards to my own experiences, and let me know in the comments or through email what your experiences have been when it comes to taking your time. Are you doing too much? That's kind of what's coming up, because there's a difference, like I mentioned, with slowing down and still being productive versus just running around aimlessly, or doing busy work versus doing work that's going to be efficient and effective towards a specific goal or desired outcome. And the question that's coming to mind is, what is it that you want? There's precision right there. What is it that you want for yourself? What do you want to achieve? What is your goal for the month of February? And I'm even hearing for spring. Spring is coming up. So, which makes sense because February is going to be leading us into that month that is going to lead us into the spring equinox. So what does that mean for you? So that's what's kind of coming up right now in regards to channeled messages. For those of you that are new subscribers, because I have gotten some new subscribers, welcome. If this is your first time catching an energy reading, welcome to the Moonseed family. I am so glad to have you here. I hope we continue to grow. All right, so let's pull a chakra card and see what energy is going to correlate, what chakra is going to correlate with these messages that are coming in for us today. The throat chakra. We have the throat chakra. So what is that about? Okay, this is about communication. This is about creativity. This is about having integrity, being honest with yourself, being honest with what you want, right? And how you're going to communicate that to others. How will you express the things that you desire? Are you currently blocked in this particular area? Are you either overactive? Are you talking too much and not listening? Or are you not speaking up for yourself enough? So again, patience is coming up. If you are doing too much talking, it's time for you to stop. It's time for you to listen to what's going on within. What is spirit trying to tell you? What is your body trying to tell you? Right? And then this also correlates with authority when it comes to speaking your truth, standing up for yourself, speaking into existence that which you want to obtain. Because some of y'all are not believing in yourselves. There's no value behind your words, right? You're saying that you want something, but where's the action behind it? So it's really stepping into that role of responsibility, acknowledging the areas in your life in which you're not really claiming that authority, and you're not claiming the responsibility that comes along with it, because that's the difference, right? When you command authority, when you step into that role, you also assume that responsibility. What responsibilities are you currently avoiding, or what responsibilities will be coming up for you for this month? Something to take into consideration. Let's pull some cards. Let's look into what we need to let go of in regards to this energy of for February. What do we need to let go of? What do we need to let go of? I'm gonna give this a good shuffle here. You know, when it comes to precision, you know, taking this, how patience and precision come into play. Precision takes patience, right? When you want to draw a straight line, that takes patience. When you want to, we have the Hangman here. When we want to have something done a specific way, it takes effort. It takes thought. How much thought are you putting into the things that you're saying and into the things that you're doing? Some of you are putting too much energy into not doing. And this is why the Hangman is coming up. So what we need to let go of here is the Hangman, right? The Hangman is about stopping, reflecting. Sometimes it's about getting it's inaction. You're not making any moves, right? So it's twofold. Are you not doing and you're too much in your head about things, or is it time for you to actually sit back, pull back, pause, and change your perspective in regards to what you're doing and how you're doing it? February, it's time for, because that's a 2 month. It's time for change things to find balance, right? So what areas are you currently not experiencing that balance in your life or within yourself? Because now is the time that things are going to start shifting for you energetically, right? So we need to let go of being either inactive, just not doing anything and getting too stuck in our heads and using that as an excuse to not take action, or we need to let go of doing so much that we're not taking enough time to reflect. And this back and forth keeps coming up because sometimes we're very active in one area of our life and we're very inactive in another, right? So this applies to a few different areas of your life. So that's why I'm seeing this kind of feeling like I have to acknowledge both sides of this, because it's very much an ebb and flow. It's very much, once again, twofold in a 2 month of February. That's coming up. Full moon is coming up. Full moon. I'm not sure when the full moon is, but something that's going to be a great time for you to start these things that you want to start letting go of. Something's going to be coming up for this full moon, and I'll definitely dive in to that. There's going to be something very special with this full moon in regards to how it applies to the way, the process in which you start to really let go, and you start to remember who you are, going back to your authority, start to stand in it, start to claim it. you have to start releasing this sense of not being good enough, right? And start aligning yourself with the actions that are going to command that presence. They're going to put you in that role of responsibility. What does that look like? Let us see. We're going to look at what to focus on. What do we need to focus on? Because this authority thing keeps coming up. And it's really, you know, I'm hearing doubt. Who are you doubting yourself, and why? What are you doubting about your abilities? It's almost like there's this cycle that needs to be broken. And I feel like this full moon is going to be a great time to break that cycle. I really need to look that up. So this is a time for you to start considering, well, going back to the throat chakra, what is it that, whoa, it flew all the way on the floor, hold on. Okay, we got 5 cards that just flew out of the deck here on what to focus on, Okay. So we have the Sun, the 3 of Cups, we have the Star, we have the 8 of Cups, and then we have the 6 of Swords. So what does all of this mean, right? When it comes to what to focus on, the first thing that my eyes are pulling to is the center. We need to focus again, and here's this 2 coming up. Look at this card, okay? What is she holding? Okay? She is, once again, balance. She's pouring out water here on, let's let that refocus a bit. She's pouring out water. You see she has 2 containers there. And it's time to release, but also time to nourish, right? Because when you're pouring water into the earth, that is nourishing the earth. It's time to nourish your foundation, nourish the soil. That's what you need to focus on, right? It's time for you to find that balance. It's time for you to stop being on one end of the scale or the other. That's why it keeps coming back and forth. Why you're paying so much attention to shit that doesn't matter. The shit that's not taking you to where you need to be. Like, so that's why it's this back and forth thing. So this is about finding that balance, nourishing, placing more emphasis on what needs to be nourished. And believing in yourself, believing that you can achieve what you want to achieve. And sometimes that doesn't mean that you're doing it by yourself. Sometimes you need support. Sometimes you need accountability. If you need that, then you need to be honest with yourself. Because if what you've been doing all this time has not been working, then it's time to start something different. Because what you're doing right now, clearly it's not getting you anywhere, right? So you need to change, but you need to be more optimistic about that. Be realistic. And be like, you know what? I know I want to change. I know I want to do this or do that. And let me change my actions. Let me believe in myself enough to know, or let me be honest with myself and realize that I need to make a change. I need to do something that I have not done before. That's what this card is about. That's what you need to focus on. What are you not nourishing right now? And you should be excited about it. Be excited about this awareness, this newfound awareness that's going to come up for you for February. And look at it like, okay, I am acknowledging this, because you can't change if you're not aware of it. And now that I have this awareness, now I can actually do something about it. Now I'm passionate, I'm excited about taking this in another direction, despite what other people might think of you. So this is what's coming up with the Three of Cups. So even with the placement here, we have the Star, but then you have the Three of Cups and the Sun. So stop paying attention. You see how the Three of Cups in the Sun is on the side of the water being poured out into the river. So stop paying attention to what other people might think, to your friends and your community. No. If you have a good support system, great. That is great. But if they are distracting you from you doing what you need to do, then it is time for you to change how much time you're spending with these people. Whether it's family, relationships, platonic, romantic, otherwise, it's time for you to change that. That's what that's about, because your well is running dry, literally. If you're paying too much attention to all these other things, too much social media, too much Facebook, too much everything else, and not enough of what needs to be nourished. What needs to be, what do you need to do to start rebuilding that foundation, to start really, sometimes it's rebuilding the foundation, or like breaking it apart altogether, right? And that's not going to feel comfortable. That's not going to feel comfortable. What do we have on the other side of this? We have the Eight of Cups and we have the Six of Swords. Look at what these people are doing. Walking off. Letting go. Moving on. And that's what needs to change. Like, you have to, the things that have been keeping you comfortable, the things that have been the same habits, the same, the process that you've been, the same cycle that you've been in over and over and over, the same thing. It's time to like walk away from that. It's time to just close that chapter in your life. It's time, for some of you, it's time to physically move, like literally move to like another place. Whether it's a new apartment, a new home, a new city, a new state, a new country. It is time for you to literally move. It's time for you to create a new network of people, a new network of support, a professional network. Find a new community, one that separates you from all the stuff you've been doing. That's gonna really pull you in to that precision that came up earlier, right? Writing is coming up. Do you want to write? If you want to write, what type of support system do you have right now to start writing, or to continue to writing, or to develop that skill? To develop that craft? What are you doing? Who are you around, right? Are you in a group, a support group, a creative writing group? So that's going to keep you in that flow, and so you can continue to create, you know? If you're not, then move away from the things that are not putting you in that direction, and start to move towards finding a community, or finding a process that's going to help you stay accountable for that creative process. Looking for a new job, looking for even this moving away thing, or this moving on, like realizing that it's time, sometimes it's time to just walk away, or even distance yourself. It's all about just creating that change. So that's what you need to focus on. And I'll show you these cards again. All right, so we need to change where we are placing our attention. That's what that's all about. That's what that's all about. And I'm going to pull an oracle card just to round everything out. And let's see how it relates to what we've talked about today. This month is can be very transformative for you if you allow it to be. Some of you are going to get dragged. And by dragged, I mean you're not going to be trying to change, and your ancestors, the cestas, your spirit team, your spirit guides, they're gonna drag you right along. They're gonna be like, nope, okay, we don't got time to be playing these games with you. And yeah, this is about to happen. We have psychic development. What does this mean in relation to the energy for February? Tapping right back into the words that I was first hearing at the top of this reading, which was precision, which was patience and authority. When you start to align yourself with that balance, finding that balance, you are going to become more in tune. This connects right with the throat chakra, right? This is about expression. This is about communication. So as you start to do this, you'll start to become more aware. You'll start to become more in tune with yourself, with your abilities to listen to spirit, to connect to your ancestors. Are you struggling right now? Or finding it like challenging just even to meditate or to stay focused? Or you wanting to hear more messages or get more like confirmations and things from your spirit team? If you're struggling with that, then this month, when it comes to that release work that I was talking about for the full moon, it's a great month to start really letting go of those distractions so you can start connecting. And if you're still feeling unsure, still feeling like you need guidance, you can definitely reach out. You can work with me. You can go to melaninmoonseed.com and book a clarity call, and we can discuss options for you, whether it's through a reading, an energy healing, or one of my intuitive wellness programs. If that's something that you're struggling with, or you're trying to find a way that's going to work best for you to start to connect. But a lot of it is just about clearing out the distractions that you currently have and really taking time to be still, but be productive. I hope that this message resonates with you. I am looking forward to your comments. Feel free to comment or email me with how you feel about this reading, how it comes up for you, or your experiences with this energy reading, and what comes up for you for the month of February. I hope you all enjoy the rest of this winter season, and I will talk to you later.